Director Radcliffe, this was a huge mistake, correct?
No.
Imagine being accidentally added to a group text with the Vice President, the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense, the Director of the CIA, National Security Advisor to the President, and the Director of Intelligence. Now imagine you're also a reporter. This is real. This is what happened to Jeffrey Goldberg. He's an editor for The Atlantic, and he got added to a group text with all of these national security people, the very top of our government, right? He proceeded to sit in his car in a parking lot and watch a conversation go down as they planned in specific details on bombing the Houthis in the Middle East, which, you know, there's a conflict going down over there. America is at war again. What's new? That's not even like that unbelievable, right? Because these things happen. These are just people, okay? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But the crazy part that I can't believe is the hearing that happened today, which wasn't even supposed to be about that. This was an unrelated hearing. But because of this horrible timing for these people, right? The Director of Intelligence and the Director of the CIA were both at the hearing, and they got grilled, baby. Grilled hard.
I want to get a little more information about this. Director Gabbard, did you participate in the group chat with Secretary of Defense and other Trump senior officials discussing the Yemen war plans?
Senator, I don't want to get into the specifics.
Ma'am, were you on? You're not going to be willing to address. So you're not, are you denying, Matt, will you answer my question, ma'am? You were not TG on this group chat?
I'm not going to get into the specifics.
So you refuse to acknowledge whether you were on this group chat?
Senator, I'm not going to get into the specifics.
Why are you going to get into the specifics? Is it because it's all classified?
Because this is currently under review by the National Security
Because
Council.
it's all classified? If it's not classified, share the text now.
Secretary Hegseth put into this group text a detailed operation plan, including targets, the weapons we were going to be using, attack sequences, and timing. And yet you've testified that nothing in that chain was classified. Wouldn't that be classified? What if that had been made public that morning before the attack took place?
Senator, I can attest to the fact that there were no classified or intelligence equities that were included in that chat group at any time.
So,
and I
so
defer,
the attack sequencing and timing and weapons and targets you don't consider should have been classified?
I defer to the
classified?
Secretary of Defense, the National Security Council on that question.
Well, you're the head of you're the head of the intelligence community. You're supposed to know about classifications. So your testimony very clearly today is that nothing was in that set of texts that were classified.
I never said that.
This is just a normal day at the CIA where we chat about this kind of stuff over Signal. In fact, it's so normal that the last administration left it here for us. That's your testimony today.
That's your testimony.
No, that's
Senator.
not my testimony. That's what you said.
I didn't say any of those things that you just related,
I
Senator.
heard you say it. We'll let the American people decide.
So that we're clear, one of the first things that happened when I was confirmed as CIA director was Signal was loaded onto my computer at the CIA, as it is for most CIA officers. One of the things that I was briefed on very early, Senator, was by the CIA records management folks about the use of Signal as a permissible work use. It is. That is a practice that preceded the current administration to the Biden administration.
And the discussion included the Vice President's private opinion on the wisdom of proposed U.S. strikes in Yemen, correct?
I don't recall.
There was a strong argument for delaying this a month. You don't recall?
I don't. As you
You don't recall seeing that?
read that, I don't.
It included the private opinions of the Secretary of Defense on the timing of strikes in Yemen, correct?
I don't recall.
Director Radcliffe, surely you prepared for this hearing today.
Totally denying knowing about anything. I mean, their number one sort of response was that they don't remember anything. They don't remember anything that happened in that text, right? Even though they admitted that this did happen. This is not some kind of a conspiracy, right? This is confirmed. They admitted to it. This happened, right? But as they were being grilled, they couldn't remember anything. I mean, this hearing went down exactly the same as every other hearing that I've ever seen. They get grilled by the chairman or by some kind of senator, and all they have to say is, I don't remember, or I can't talk about that because it's currently under investigation, or defer to somebody else about that, or anything on the list of basically, I'm not going to answer that question. So now this reporter, Jeffrey Goldberg guy, knows some very sensitive information that he should not know. And he's a reporter. His job is to talk. Okay? This is the worst. This is the worst. Listen. National security people that are at the very top of our national security leaked information to a reporter. This is the worst possible case scenario, right? I mean, if you want to talk about incompetence, dude, I don't know of, there's very few other examples of incompetence on this level. I mean, this is a huge, huge screw up. But putting that aside, let's say, okay, they're humans, they screwed up, right? They accidentally added the guy to the text. Give them the benefit of the doubt. It's the way that they refuse to take responsibility for it. The way that they continue to lie exactly the same as every other politician that I've ever heard. Okay, as somebody who voted for Trump, I'm supposed to believe that Trump is different and that he's bringing in people who are different, who are not the same corrupt liars that we've known our entire lives to be in government. That's the idea that I'm being sold here as a Trump voter, is that he's bringing in people that are different. These are different people. But when you see how they're stumbling and mumbling in the hearing, they look exactly the same as Hillary Clinton and all the other crooked people on the left side of the aisle when they were being grilled. Okay? They don't want to answer any questions. They lie, straight up lie that they don't remember anything. Like, dude, I got smacked in the head pretty hard and I have better memory. I think I'm more qualified than these people to be in national security because at least I can remember that I was in a group text talking about a war operation. Okay? I would remember that. I would remember that. So obviously they remember it. They're lying. I'm upset. I mean, should I be upset? Probably not. Because the news flash here is that our politicians are being dishonest. So I guess, I shouldn't even be ranting, right? Like the old me would be disappointed that I'm even making this video. Because the old me would be like, of course, dude, why did you even vote? But the new me is trying to be a good American, right? I am a citizen. I'm proud to be a citizen. I want to participate in the system, okay? But it's just, the part of me thinks that I'm an idiot, for believing anything, right? How am I supposed to be a good American citizen that goes out there and votes for anybody if everybody that we vote for turns out to be a liar and everybody that they appoint turns out to be liars? It's the same thing on both sides. The left and the right, the red and the blue are the same exact people. They're both lying to us. These texts were kind of funny. I mean, not really because they were celebrating bombing, but like they're sending like emojis, fire emojis, American flag emojis. It's just regular people stuff, right? I'm so disappointed. I just feel like these people should be doing some James Bond level communication, secret phones, secret apps that nobody else has access to, right? Can't the CIA develop an app?
Do you want to develop an app?
They can't develop their own internal apps for communication. I thought they would have like super satellite going up to space and back down, like secret, using a satellite that no other networks use. Like, right? Isn't that what you would expect? I would expect them to have their own phones, not Apple or Samsung, but like CIA brand phones that they create in-house, that they give out to all the people. Secretive everything, super monitored. There's a nerd sitting on a screen monitoring all the texts that are going by, making sure that everybody, on the list should be there. Like, I mean, my expectations are so high. Maybe it's because of all the movies I've watched about like how the secret agents are supposed to operate, but dude, this is insane. I mean, it's like if you put me in charge of these people. Like me and my buddies are running the country. That's what this looks like. It looks like Vasily and his friends are just out there talking about, bombing the Houthis, whoever the hell that is. I don't even know who our new enemies are supposed to be anymore. You know what I mean? It just seems like it seems too low. Their standards should be so much higher. And by the way, JD Vance is seen in these texts. I have these texts here to be disagreeing with the Trump, I said. But he's basically saying that he doesn't think that Trump fully understands what's going on, which doesn't surprise me, because personally, I don't even think that JD Vance likes Trump. And then I tried to find this story on Fox and they burying it. They're like reporting on it, but they're being very nice. Okay? They're not showing clips of the hearing. This is what pisses me off, okay? That back in the day, the regular people, they did not used to trust either side of the aisle, okay? They didn't trust anybody. And now, I don't think that's changed. But I think what's changed is that we hate the other side so much that we're refusing to admit when our side makes mistakes, okay? Because it's supposed to make us look stupid. Like, just because I'm holding the Republicans accountable doesn't make me an idiot because I voted for them. Actually, I think it's my civic duty to hold the president accountable if I voted for him. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be keeping a watchful eye on him and making sure that he doesn't abuse his power, right? But in this day and age, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to hate the other side so much that you completely ignore all the fumbles that your guys are making. You're supposed to pretend like half of the politicians have suddenly become really honest. And this is what makes me kind of irritated about politics today, is I'm supposed to pretend like everybody in the Republican Party has suddenly become totally honest, okay? And all these people that Trump has chosen, where did he pull them out of? Did he pull them from Mars? No. These are the same old people that were in government before. They didn't just appear out of like a dimension of honesty, okay? Poof, here are these super honest brand new people that have never existed on this planet, that have not been tainted by corruption. No, these are the same people. Who's he going to choose? He's going to choose the same people that have always existed in government. Okay? So he has chosen these people, and big news flash, they turn out to be dishonest politicians. And I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm just irritated that we're supposed to pretend like that's not true. Okay? Whatever side you pick, you're supposed to pretend like your side is infallible and can't make any mistakes because of how much you're supposed to hate the other people. Like, I know that most of the people that subscribe to my channel are conservative, and every time I criticize the right, I get a lot of crap for it, like I'm a traitor or something, like I betrayed them. Like, no, dude, this is what you're supposed to do. You have a responsibility, right? As somebody who chose these people, I'm responsible for that decision, right? I put these people in power, right? With my vote. I said, here's my power. I took my power, my vote, and I gave it to them, okay? And now they're misbehaving, and I'm supposed to pretend, la 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 la, can't hear you, like this not happening? No. My civic duty as a proud citizen of the United States is to hold these people to the fire and hold them accountable. Say, hey man, you guys are really misbehaving here. You're acting no different than the people that you criticized that you were supposed to replace. I mean, they're being exactly the same. I mean, this is like word for word almost the same kind of behavior in this hearing that I noticed in every single hearing that I've ever seen, where politicians are trying to wiggle out of being in trouble. Okay, they're not working for us, they're working for themselves. They're trying to protect their own booty from getting, in trouble. That's all it is. And I'm sick of it. And, I don't know if I have hope. I guess I do have hope that future generations will someday improve. But I don't have hope for dishonest people becoming honest. Okay? I don't even have a problem with incompetency. Because you can kind of change that, right? You can, train people better, right? Inform them. Make them smarter. You can kind of do that, right? But I don't believe that you can take dishonest people and make them honest. I don't believe that. So we're just going to have to wait for this cycle of people to go away from power and wait for the new cycle to come in. And hopefully these new people are going to be slightly more honest so that at least we're making incremental changes. That's what I believe. This is my expert opinion as an expert, of course. Somebody who barely squeaked through high school. How am I understanding this better? Guys, I know this is going to go against what I was saying before about people who want power, but if you should give me the power because I'm really honest. Listen, I'm going to put this on record. If I ever find myself in a position of power, you guys should keep a very close and watchful eye on me. Okay, you guys should pull out the telescopes and be like, what is Vasily up to? What is he doing with his power? Okay? I want that to go on record. If I ever run for city council or something like that, I want to be watched closely. Okay? Because I have human nature. I don't believe anybody can be trusted with power, including myself. There, I said it. This is going to be played over and over on the campaign trail. Good, keep me accountable. None of us can be trusted with all this power. Nobody. This is the problem with the system. Nobody can be trusted with this power. Because everybody is corrupt, including me and you. Cheers.
Director Radcliffe, this was a huge mistake, correct?
No.